Hey there, fellow travelers. Welcome back to the Bliss Journey, the channel dedicated to helping you experience the world in a way that's good for the soul and good for the planet. You know, so many people think that traveling has to break the bank, or that exploring new cultures means leaving your values at home, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Today, I want to share with you 10 of my tried and true travel tips, the kind I've picked up over years of exploring this amazing planet. These tips will not only help you stretch your travel budget further, but also help you travel more thoughtfully and responsibly. So buckle up, and let's get started. Alright, before we even think about packing our bags, we've got to talk about planning. You see, a well-planned trip is a smooth trip, and that starts with good research. Now, a lot of folks think research is just about picking a destination and booking the cheapest flight, but it's so much more than that. It's about digging a little deeper, uncovering those hidden gems, and really understanding the rhythm of the place you're visiting. Think of it like this. You wouldn't visit Paris without wanting to see the Eiffel Tower, right? But imagine if you also knew the best local boulangerie to grab a fresh croissant on the way, or the perfect little park bench with a view to enjoy it from. That's the power of good research. One of my favorite tools for this is Google Flights. It's like having a personal travel agent right at your fingertips. You can compare flight prices across different dates and airlines, see when's the cheapest time to fly, and even set price alerts so you'll know the second that fare drops. Hopper is another great app that uses some pretty nifty algorithms to predict flight prices. It even tells you whether you should book now or wait for a better deal. But hey, research isn't just about flights and hotels. It's about diving into the heart of a destination. Read travel blogs, watch documentaries, flip through guidebooks. The more you know, the richer your experience will be. Okay, now that you've done your research and you're practically an expert on your destination, it's time to talk about packing. And let me tell you, nothing will weigh you down more than a suitcase full of what-ifs. Remember, you're going on an adventure, not a fashion show. The key is to pack light and pack right. Choose versatile clothing items that can be mixed and matched, and don't forget a lightweight scarf. It can be a lifesaver in a chilly airport or a breezy evening. Here's a little tip: lay out everything you want to pack on your bed, then put half of it back. Trust me, you'll thank me later. And when it comes to toiletries, those tiny travel-sized bottles are your best friend. But hold on, we're not just talking about packing light, we're talking about packing eco-friendly too. Instead of those single-use plastic bags, invest in some reusable packing cubes. They'll keep your suitcase organized and help reduce waste. And here's a trick I've learned over the years. Pack a reusable water bottle and a small portable water filter. This way you can stay hydrated on the go without contributing to plastic waste. Alright, let's talk about staying connected while you're on the road. Now, I'm not talking about being glued to your phone, scrolling through social media. I'm talking about having the tools you need to navigate, translate, and document your journey responsibly. Before you leave, download offline maps of your destination using Google Maps or Maps.me. That way, you'll be able to find your way around even without an internet connection. Trust me, this has saved me from countless wrong turns and are we lost? Moments. And speaking of language barriers, a good translation app is worth its weight in gold. Google Translate is a classic, but there are tons of other great options out there like Duolingo or Babbel. Learn a few basic phrases in the local language. Even a simple hello or thank you can go a long way. Now, I know we all love taking pictures and videos to remember our travels, but let's be mindful of our digital footprint too. Back up your photos and videos regularly, either to the cloud or an external hard drive, and consider printing a few of your favorites when you get home. There's something special about holding a tangible memory in your hands. Chapter 4. Book off-peak. You know, one of the biggest myths about travel is that it has to be expensive. But I'm here to tell you there are ways to experience the world without breaking the bank, and one of the best ways is to travel during the shoulder season. The shoulder season is that magical time between the peak season and the off-season. Think spring and fall. The weather is often still lovely, the crowds are thinner, and the prices are often much lower. You'll find better deals on flights, accommodation, and even tours. Not only will you save money, but you'll also have a more authentic experience. Imagine strolling through the ancient ruins of Rome without the usual throngs of tourists, or enjoying a peaceful gondola ride in Venice without the crowds. Plus, traveling during the shoulder season often means supporting local businesses during their slower months, which is a win-win in my book. Chapter 5. local eats and stays. Now let's talk about food and accommodation. These are two of the biggest expenses for any traveler, but they're also incredible opportunities to connect with the local culture and support the local economy. Instead of those big international hotel chains, why not try staying in a locally owned guest house, a cozy bed and breakfast, or even an eco-lodge? These places often have a unique charm and character that you won't find in a standard hotel room, plus you'll be directly supporting local families and businesses. And when it comes to food, skip the tourist traps and seek out those hole-in-the-wall restaurants where the locals eat. Strike up a conversation with the owner, try the local specialties, and savor the flavors of the region. Remember, travel is about more than just seeing the sights. It's about experiencing a destination through all your senses. And what better way to do that than through the local cuisine? Alright, let's talk about getting around. Now, I know renting a car can seem like the easiest option, but trust me, public transportation is where it's at. Not only is it often the most affordable way to travel, but it's also a fantastic way to experience a destination like a local. Hop on a bus, ride the train, or even rent a bike. You'll be amazed at what you discover along the way. Think about it. When you're driving, you're focused on the road. But when you're on a bus or a train, you have the chance to relax, look out the window, and really soak in the scenery. Plus, you'll be reducing your carbon footprint, which is always a good thing. Many cities now have fantastic public transportation systems, with apps that make planning your journey a breeze. Now let's talk about staying healthy while you're traveling. There's nothing worse than getting sick on vacation, so it's important to take a few precautions to stay in tip-top shape. First things first, pack a small first aid kit with essentials like bandages, pain relievers, and any personal medications you might need. And don't forget the hand sanitizer. It's a lifesaver, especially after a long flight or a crowded train ride. Remember that reusable water bottle we talked about? It's not just good for the environment, it's good for your health too. Staying hydrated is crucial, especially if you're exploring hot climates or engaging in strenuous activities. And speaking of food, be mindful of what you're eating. Try to stick to reputable restaurants, and if you're unsure about the safety of the water, opt for bottled or boiled water. Now, I know nobody wants to think about emergencies while they're on vacation, but it's always better to be prepared just in case. Before you leave, make a list of important contact numbers, including your country's embassy or consulate in your destination, local emergency services, and your own doctor back home. Save these numbers in your phone, write them down in a notebook, or even email a copy to yourself. Whatever works best for you. The important thing is to have them accessible if you need them. Another good idea is to let a trusted friend or family member know your itinerary. Keep them updated on any changes to your plans and let them know when you've arrived safely at your destination. You know, travel is an incredible privilege, and with that privilege comes a responsibility to protect the places we visit. After all, we're not just tourists passing through, we're guests in someone else's home. One of the most important things we can do is to leave no trace of our presence. That means packing out everything we pack in, being mindful of our waste, and respecting the local flora and fauna. Whenever possible, choose eco-friendly tour operators and businesses that prioritize sustainability, support local conservation efforts, avoid single-use plastics, and be mindful of your water and energy consumption. Remember, even small actions can make a big difference when it comes to protecting our planet. Finally, let's talk about cultural respect. Travel is an incredible opportunity to learn about different cultures and perspectives, but it's important to approach those interactions with an open mind and a respectful heart. Before you go, take some time to learn about the local customs and traditions. What are the social norms? Are there any religious practices you should be aware of? Dress modestly when appropriate, be mindful of your body language, and learn a few basic phrases in the local language. Even a simple hello or thank you can go a long way in showing respect. Remember, travel is about bridging cultural divides, fostering understanding, and celebrating the diversity of our world. So there you have it, my 10 expert travel tips to help you explore the world smarter, more affordably, and more responsibly. Remember, travel is not just about checking off destinations on a list, it's about embracing the journey, connecting with different cultures, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. And the best part is, you can do all of that while still being mindful of your budget and the environment. So go out there, embrace the unknown, and make the most of every adventure. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to The Bliss Journey for more eco-friendly travel inspiration. And hey, why not share this video with a fellow travel enthusiast? Let's spread the love for sustainable and enriching journeys. Until next time, happy travels.